Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video I am going to be going over a Necromancy beginner guide. I have only played the skill for a few hours, but I just want to go through the first 30 or 40 levels with you guys, show you guys how I have done it, and hopefully you'll pick up some tips and tricks. Do note that there will be some spoilers in this video, so if you want to do it all yourself, I would suggest probably not watching the video, and maybe you can watch it when you're at level 30 or 40 and maybe pick up some tips and tricks that you didn't know. So to start Necromancy, you will want to go through the Underworld portal, which is right around the entrance to the PVM hub in Draenor. And so you can go through the portal and you will talk to Death and be able to start the Necromancer quest. Once this is started and you finish talking to Death, you will go through this cutscene and basically just go through a tutorial of the Necromancy rituals. Personally, I actually listened or read the tutorial rather than just spacebarring through it. There is quite a bit of useful information there that I would suggest at least reading and not just holding spacebar all the way through it. But anyway, once the cutscene is done and the talking is done, you can go ahead and start your first Necromancy ritual. So what you're going to be doing here is you're going to be putting the input ingredient into the middle in the pedestal. And with this, you will be getting some sort of output that will be going into your ritual chest. So you can see, it does go through all of the information in the tutorial and the dialogue here, just explaining that you do put the input ingredient into the pedestal, then you will need to draw the certain glyphs that correspond with that ingredient that you're using, and then you'll need the light source around the pedestal. So you are given some grubby bones. You can go ahead and do your first Necromancy ritual. There are various different Necromancy rituals, the first one being the Lesser Communion. So this gives Necromancy XP and Ectoplasm, which is then used to actually conjure the familiars within the combat portion of the skill. And it also adds souls to the Well of Souls. So that is the talent tree type mechanic. You will need a certain amount of souls to actually increase to the next tier on the Soul of Wells. So you are going to be spending quite a bit of time doing rituals and filling up the Well of Souls. One thing that I didn't really notice until I was into doing a few rituals is that if you do open up the mini games tab, it does give you a lot more information about the ritual you are doing. It shows you the light sources that are active and the different glyphs you need to draw. So that is pretty useful to have that open when you are doing the different drawings for the glyphs rather than running over to the ritual platform to see, what else you need. Once your first ritual is complete, you will have completed the tutorial and you will have reached level 2 Necromancy. The next thing I did was just check out the City of It is a brand new area. I first went to Loop's shop and they actually sell a bunch of ritual type basic supplies and materials. So you will be able to buy a bunch of the basic ghostly essence and the basic ritual candles. So I bought all of the basic ghostly ink and the basic ritual candles. And then I also bought 15k of the weak necroplasm. That is going to be really important because it is used in a ritual to create the lesser necroplasm, and that's going to be used with a vial of water and ashes to create the regular ghostly essence, which really is just used for some higher level rituals. In fact, around level 20 Necromancy, you'll probably start using them, so I will go over that in just a little bit. The next thing I did was head to the Ghostly Troll Cave, and I trained my Necromancy up to level 20, trying out some of the new Necromancy abilities that I unlocked along the way. A huge tip, if you do have the Salve Amulet, it does help with your combat against all undead creatures. But anyway, once I reach level 20, you can teleport to the PVM hub, then go straight to Draenor and enter through the portal that way. It's a quicker way to get to the ritual site than just running back or teleporting to the city of even. Now, at level 20 Necromancy, you can open the residual ectoplasm, which you would have just received in your bank while playing before Necromancy released. And this gives you a few basic materials that are used for Necromancy, including some mementos, which can be used in a ritual to deposit quite a few souls into the Well of Souls. The next thing I did was head down by the docks to Sostratus and buy the Deathmark Necromancy gear, which is the tank armor. So this starts off at just regular level 10 gear, but you can start upgrading the gear as you level up Necromancy. To do that, however, you do need to complete the next quest, which is Kili Row. So that is the next thing to do once you reach level 20 Necromancy. You can go over to the blacksmith Kili to start the Kili Row quest. She is located in the northeastern part of the city of The quest mainly revolves around getting some ensouled bars, which is then used to upgrade your necromancy gear. She will hand you some tools, which you will then need to go do a ritual on. Before you do that, I recommend smelting some lesser unsouled bars, because you will need to do some rituals on those as well. Now, if you go back to the ritual site to do the ritual on Kili's tools, you will notice that the change glyph will require regular ghostly ink, which you wouldn't already have. You can make the regular ghostly ink by combining the lesser ectoplasm with a vial of water and ashes. To get the lesser ectoplasm, you can do a ritual on the weak ectoplasm. So once you have all the ingredients, just make some regular ghostly ink, which you can then use to ensoul Kili's tools. Once you have finished the ritual on Kili's tools, you can return to her. She will this time give you a soul urn. Now, if you notice, the soul urn requires souls of chickens, so naturally you can just head to a chicken pen. You need to kill 5 chickens with this soul or urn in your inventory. I'm not sure if you need to use necromancy or not, but everyone probably will. And so just go kill 5 chickens, fill up the urn, and then you can return back to Kili. Once you return to Kili, that will be the end of the quest, and you can now upgrade your necromancy armor and weapons. To upgrade your necromancy gear, you will need lesser ensouled bars. So that is to upgrade the skull lantern and the death guard. To upgrade the actual armor, so the Deathmark gear, you will need lesser ensouled cloth, which you can get by doing rituals on the spider silk armor. So the next thing I did was head back to the ritual site, get some of those ensouled bars and the ensouled cloth, so I could upgrade my gear. Once you have the ingredients to upgrade your gear, you can just head back to Kili's forge and upgrade the gear using the soul forge in the back corner here. If you are ready to start creating tier 30 gear, you will need to talk to Kili again, and she will just show you how to do so. But you will just need some more of these ingredients to continue upgrading. But if you do check right now for the tier 30 gear, you will notice that it is locked. Just go talk to Kili, and she will show you how to make that and unlock that for you. After completing Kili Row, you will get a Necromancy XP lamp that will allow you to reach level 24 Necromancy. At this point, you can start the Rune Mythos quest, which will unlock the Necromancy incantations. To start the quest, you just need to talk to Malignus Mortifier, who is located right in front of the ritual site. You will be given 200 pure essence, which you can then perform a ritual on to create 40 impure essence. You will need some regular ghostly essence, so hopefully you still have some left over from earlier when completing the Kili Row quest and upgrading your gear. Once you have created the impure essence, head over to your ritual chest and withdraw the impure essence. You will need the actual impure essence in your inventory. It can't be noted or anything, because the next step is to make the new necromancy runes. So I will speed this part up, but the next step is to go to the altar, which is located in the northern part of the city of It will be just over the waterfall, but as you can see, I will be going through just how to get there. So you'll just run over the bridge and just head north until you see the portal. Now, once inside, you will see Raziel standing right outside the soul altar. You will need to talk to him and just go through the dialogue. Once you are finished that, make some soul runes. You can then head back to Malignus and complete the quest. Upon completion, you will unlock your first Necromancy incantations, being the City of teleport, which teleports you right outside of Kili's Forge, and also the Lesser Bone Shield. From this point, you are going to just be doing a ton of rituals. You will want to do the Lesser Communion rituals, and if you do have Wyvern Bones, then do those. It will send 4 souls to your Well of Souls for each ritual completed. And if you go over to the Well of Souls, it does keep track of the amount of souls in the well. To unlock the Tier 3 talent tree, you need 400. So you will be doing quite a few rituals to get to the 400 souls. But that is going to be, the best thing to do from here on. You will want to unlock those, and once you have them unlocked, you could potentially put some talent tree points into that, and at level 40 Necromancy, and once that's completed, you will be able to start training some AFK methods, killing different undead creatures. I will put a link to my Necromancy guide where I go over some of the best creatures to kill to train the skill. So do check that out in the description. That is going to be my next step after completing those 2 quests and getting the 400 souls in the well. It's just training through combat for the most part. I will be posting some more guides and probably do a Necromancy series as well. So make sure you subscribe for that so you can stay tuned and see whenever I upload that series. I really hope you guys did enjoy this beginner's guide. I just wanted to go over the first 30 or 40 levels and show you how I completed, those 2 quests, and hopefully picked up some tips and tricks from this video. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.